Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished dignitaries on stage, colleagues, friends, officers of the CII. Thank you for being here. As Mr. Samtani was delivering his opening remarks and showing his forecast on slide number 3, I was sort of recalling that when I was in the industry myself for about 17 years in the financial services world, forecast used to be updated probably once a year or maybe twice a year. But these days, forecasts have to be updated on a real-time basis. Because as he was delivering his forecast, I was also looking at a Bloomberg story citing a colleague of his, Goldman Sachs, somewhere in the US, Ms. Yulia Zetkova-Grigsby, saying that the Hormuz flare-up may delay the recovery in oil supplies coming into the market, which has got a lot of chain reactions and consequences and so on. So therefore, in general, if what this tells all of us, and this is a nice segue into my remarks, if we focus on outcomes, increasingly, they are becoming subject to forces beyond our control. So whether we hit a particular landmark within a specified time frame or not is no longer in our control. Therefore, as the Lord told Arjuna, it is better we focus on our efforts and let the outcomes be dictated by forces within our control and beyond our control. So if anything, the current situation in the next 20 years should enable us to re-imbibe the lessons of the great teaching in the Mahabharata war, which is what is in your control is your efforts, and let's focus on that and let the outcomes come as they may. So with that, I will just go on to share my thoughts with you. I'll keep it simple. I agree with the presentations made that India's global capability centers are one of the quiet successes of our economy. They did not arrive with fanfare. There was no single big announcement. They grew slowly, one center at a time and one team at a time. Today, they are impossible to ignore. The numbers tell the story. As we saw earlier, 2 decades ago, we had a handful of back offices. Today, it's more than 2,000 such centers. And they employ more than 2 million professionals, and the estimate is now moving towards 2.3 million. Revenue has crossed $60 billion and climbing towards 100. They now contribute close to 2% of our GDP, and they do take up a larger share of the new office space built in our cities each year.